Please join me in welcoming the Honorable David H. Souter.
Former Supreme Court Justice David Souter gave the commencement address Thursday as part of Harvard University's graduation ceremonies. Instead of offering personal advice to the crowd of thousands who filled Tercentenary Theater Thursday afternoon, Souter spoke on a subject befitting a former Supreme Court justice.
That the Constitution contains values that may very well exist in tension with each other, not in harmony.
Souter presented the audience, filled with alumni, new and old, with an unabashed defense of his judicial theory, which calls for interpreting the Constitution given present-day circumstances and considerations. The liberal-leaning justice, who like many other members of the court has been accused of judicial activism, used his speech as an opportunity to defend his approach and criticize what he called the fair reading model.
For the cases that tend to raise the national blood pressure, the fair reading model has only a very tenuous connection to reality. We've all heard it, criticism that the court is making up law, that the court is announcing constitutional rules that cannot be found in the Constitution itself, and that the court is engaging in activism to extend civil liberties.
Souter said he believes decisions on the Supreme Court often require weighing different constitutional provisions against one another.
We can still address the constitutional uncertainties the way they must have envisioned, by relying on reason, by respecting all the words the framers wrote, by facing facts, and by seeking to understand the meaning of those facts for living people. The fair reading model fails to account for what the Constitution actually says, and it fails just as badly to understand what judges have no choice but to do. Is there any one of us who has not lived through moments and perhaps years of longing for a world without any ambiguity? And to me, the future of the Constitution as the framers wrote it can be staked only upon that same trust. If we cannot share every intellectual assumption that formed the minds of those who framed the Charter, we can still address the constitutional uncertainties the way they must have envisioned, by relying on reason, by